Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 12th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame. Early night 1 2 wasn't too bad. Pup got up and around, heard him up clinking and clanking these little nails on the floor, wanting to go out. So got up, got him outside. Wife got up and around. She was ready for work, and it was one of those days where she really did not feel like getting up at all. So kind of had a good little chuckle on that one. But I went and jumped in a hot tub, got my soak on, got my banana and my liter of water to start my day with. So knocked that out. And then she headed off to work, and I got back in, got the dog fed, chilled out in the morning a little bit, hung outside in the yard, got a few things done, and let the dog play out there for a little while before it gets too stinking hot. So, but yeah, hung out there. Had to take my father-in-law to the get an EEG, I think, I don't know, some brain squid test thing they put on him to check for stuff. So, but yeah, we were leaving, and that was, I don't know, 9:15ish, somewhere in there, I think it was, maybe 9:30. We had to head over that way. So kind of no big problem. Didn't know how long it was going to take. It's an estimate of how long it's going to be. So instead of taking the dog with me, because the dog doesn't do very well, I was going to run her to Home Depot. And this dog is a little bit nutty around new people and new dogs, and not like in like a really bad way, just like a way too excitable way, and can knock over stuff and knock down shelves and that kind of junk and jump on people and all that stuff. So definitely not a thing that is really worth working on it hard, because the owner doesn't care. Because I talked about a while back about like, hey, why don't we get this dog much better leash trained and for going out in public and stuff. And basically her answer was, I don't go out in public, so with the dog, so it's no big deal. So like, okay, cool. Other than that, the dog is a phenomenal dog, like really well trained, really good dog, but just not great when it meets new people. It gets overexcited. So yeah, not worth the time. So left the dog home, basically texted my father-in-law, let him know I was heading out, and then I got a text back saying he was ready. I'm like, cool. So as I was leaving, tried to lock the door up, put my keys out, locking the top deadbolt, and basically I get a phone call. I'm like, what the hell? So I looked, and it's my father-in-law calling me. So I'm like, okay, idiot butt dialed me, because he, as that often, he'll text you or call you. In the process of hanging up, he'll recall you again. So I answer the phone, and he goes, where are you at? He goes, I'm here already. And I go, what the fuck? And I go, well, I'm trying to lock the door, but I had to put my keys down to answer the phone because you're calling me. He's like, oh, okay. And I looked, and it was 1 minute from when I texted him saying I was heading out to 1 minute he calls me, like pissed off I'm not outside yet. And I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a good day. Like, yeah, I was like, this ought to be fun. So normally he's not this aggro and not this like paranoid about stuff. So I don't know if he is in the concept of nervous about this test or what it is, but I was not real pleased on the fact. So literally we're still 3 minutes ahead of when I said we're gonna leave. So what the hell is the issue there? So that was fun. But yeah, got in the car, head over, get him dropped off. And on the way there, I knew where I was going, but I wasn't certain. I don't go there often, so I wasn't really sure. And I was like almost there. I'm like, where the hell is he at? Like, I don't see him. Like, what the hell? So I punched in the GPS real quick and realized I hadn't went far enough. So it was quite a bit farther north than I thought it was. No big deal. So get him dropped off. He heads in. I rode up to Home Depot and went around there a little bit. Spoke to a gentleman that was pushing back 2 carts back to the corral. And that's how I got the cars heading in. I was like, man, you must have had a lot of shopping to do if you had 2 carts. And he's like, oh no, I was taking Bill's car didn't live behind. And we chatted a little bit about how people are assholes in the world nowadays and don't put their carts away. And he said, yeah, he had a car damaged by a cart years ago, and it upset him quite a lot. And he basically didn't like that. So he is now very often will take in extra carts back to the cart corrals. I'm like, yeah, I do the same thing. So luckily I haven't had a car damaged by a cart yet, but it is still a thing I do. Even if I park way out in the middle of nowhere, like I do often, one for exercise, which I'm doing right now, is my run every day. But I have a really bad, I don't want to be embarrassed if I can't find my car. So if I park my car, truck, van, whatever I'm driving, in the same general vicinity to every business I go to, and it's usually out in the distance, as I scan the horizon, I'll see it. And 2, I won't be wandering up and down the aisles looking at my car, looking like I have Alzheimer's. So by protecting myself, I do that same thing. So, but today was one of those days. I parked in a slightly different area, but give me a reason to talk to this nice guy. And we chatted for a few minutes and went in and did a little shopping. Ended up finding my wife a little coconut husk dog flower pot holder. So it's a wireframe, looks like a dog wrapped in coconut husk, and you drop a little ceramic pot inside, and I put a little plant in there for her also. And kind of not sure if it's for her or for me, but I think she adopted it when she got home, sat up on the counter. And I kind of chuckled because I look over and she's like petting the coconut husk, and I'm like, what the hell, you telling me we need a dog like of our own? Like, we got dogs all the time. Like, come on, what's going on? So kind of giving me hints that maybe she thinks I should be looking harder to find a dog for myself. So who knows? But yeah, there's that. Went ahead from there, hung around, got the dog back outside. We chilled out for the day. I had a good time. And then I had to take the father-in-law again for physical therapy today at 3. So headed out about 2:30. Heather dropped him off. I go to the park, find a spot, park the car in the shade, which is, oh my God, so amazing down here in Florida to find a spot to park in shade. So get the car parked in some shade, and then take off my run. And it is just hot on the run. Holy crap, it's so hot. So I run around for a while, get my exercise in, go back to the car, and I'm kind of nearing the park, so I'm finishing up my run. Get the call, said he's done with the physical therapy. Head over, grab him, go home, and I'm like, I got stuff to do. So I got to mow. I'm already all gross and sweaty, might as well do that. So grab the lawnmower and start mowing. I get all the rest of the father-in-law's yard, front and back mowed. Head over, get the mower to the gate, and then basically start mowing my backyard. And I'm about halfway through my backyard, and I've timed it out pretty good, which I think I have. I got a meet and greet, like quote estimate, we're gonna call it, for a solar company that's supposed to be here today at 6. So that'll be done mowing by 6. I'll show them where I want to put the solar panels, where I'm willing to put the solar panels, I guess, and ask them, if I got pricing and stuff, so on and so forth. And then once they leave, go and get a shower, because I don't want to go get a shower, then walk around outside with these people pointing at where I want to put the solar, then get sweaty again, and have to try and eat dinner all gross. So this is like perfect timing. And I'm about halfway through my backyard, and I get a text that says, oh, our engineers re-looked at your roof plan, whatever, and you don't get enough sun to basically justify having panels up there. And I'm like, well, fuck. I'm like, I understand if you're going with your stupid bullshit, like bill swap, where you're like basically paying the bills and shit and how it goes up the thing. But I'm willing to write you a check if you're a good company and just put panels up, and that way I get my shade on my lanai, my covered patio off the back of the house. I want it for shade. I'm going to pay for a roof anyway. Why not put solar panels up there? And it offsets the cost, half or a quarter of my power bill. Who gives a shit? So yeah, they'd already supposedly looked at it before this morning, because when I set the appointment today at like 10:15, they texted me saying we're all go. I had plenty of sun on my roof, yada yada yada. Then I was like, okay, I guess I'll just hire a different company then to get the panels from, which most likely what I'm gonna end up doing. I'll end up buying my own panels, build my own frame maybe at some point, and put them up there, and just hook them into basically a battery bank, and then run like my shop off it, or maybe like an outside air conditioner, which is something else I've been thinking about doing, is putting a mini split out on my lanai. And if I do that and run 100% off solar, I don't feel bad about wasting electricity and air conditioning outside living space where I sit out there and smoke cigars and air conditioning, because it's a one-time purchase and I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, might be what we end up doing, who knows. So that was super annoying though, because my wife came home early from work so she could be here to meet with them and all that kind of shit. And then you guys wait till it's, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe before the appointment and cancel on me. So fuck that company, but kind of is what it is. So get back in, finish mowing the yard, let my wife know the appointment's not happening. She was annoyed by it also. She goes, I could stay at work longer. I'm like, yep. But technically I didn't tell you had to be here for the appointment either. So you didn't have to be here to do the roof estimate for the solar. That was just something I told you I had going on. You chose to come. So it wasn't like, I don't feel horrible about it. I don't feel great. So went ahead, grabbed myself a shower, decided to do leftovers. We had leftover ribs, potatoes, onions, and mushrooms. So I heated that up in the oven, and it took longer than I wanted. The centers were just a little bit cool still. So I chucked it in the microwave to get a final heat through, and holy shit, I think it was better today. I didn't know if that was capable, but damn, it turned out really, really good today. So knocked out dinner, watched a little TV, got the dog fed again, headed back outside, enjoyed the evening a little bit. Found out from a friend of mine that she got a call from her brother that her sister's cancer has turned really bad. She's got stage 4 cancer, and basically told her, according to the doctors, to get their ass up there to call family in if they want to see her again. So she is heading up, like, I don't know, 16-hour drive up north not counting stops and gassing. It's just if you go straight through. 16-hour drive. She's leaving at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So yeah, that sucks. I feel bad for her because that's not really what you want to do, but it can happen, and it's all good. So, but yeah, that's what she's got going on. I feel bad for her. So we texted a little bit last night back and forth and let her know, drive safe and all that fun shit that happens, but it just sucks, especially when you live that far away from family and you got them unhealthy. Luckily, she's off work for the summer, or she's got a seasonal job, so not have to worry about missing work and stuff, so that makes it nicer. But other than that, pretty much same old. Just hung out here, had a nice cigar, played the dog some, and had a fairly cool evening. It cooled off nicely. But headed back in, watched a little bit of Fraser, my bride. We chatted a little bit, and then had myself a little snack. I had chips and salsa. Nice little evening. It was a mango corn salsa I got from Costco. It's all right. It's not great, but it's all right. And then from there, wrapped it up, called it a night. So that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.